Howdy folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. Yes, I know, 2 days in a row, it's okay, no need to thank me. This is part 2 of the Price of Victory video, following hot on the heels of yesterday's video, where on this exact same map, and also in a pattern, Kev managed to score 5 kills, 3,500 damage, Spartan, Defender, Kolobanov's medal, but as well as all that, he committed the grievous sin of firing a grand total of 5 rounds of gold ammunition, and by the time his post-battle ammunition costs had been totaled up, he actually ended up owing World of Tanks nearly 8,000 credits. And that's with a premium account. If he hadn't had a premium account, he would have ended up owing World of Tanks nearly 30,000 credits. Well, in today's battle, Cream-Filled Banana here... yes, that is his name. Oh, who makes this stuff up? Cream-Filled Banana is also top tier. He's also in a random battle. He's also on the El Haluf map, and he's also in a pattern. But unlike Kev from yesterday's video, he's not in the M48 pattern. He's in the tier 9 M46 pattern. Let's see what kind of difference that makes. Obviously this is absolutely nothing like a controlled scientific test. I mean, aside from the fact that both tanks are different, yes, they're both patterns, but one's the tier 9, one's the tier 10. The matchmaking is different in this battle. In Kev's battle yesterday, there were, I think, 5 tier 10s, and the rest were all tier 9. This time around, Cream-Filled Banana has a slightly more generous matchmaker. There are only 3 top tier tier 9s on each team, and then 6 tier 8s and 6 tier 7s. So, as a top tier tank, he's got much more opportunity here to farm some kills and damage on some of the tier 7 cannon fodder. Also, he's obviously started on the opposite spawn from yesterday's video. You could also make a fairly convincing argument that the M46 at tier 9 is a better tank than the M48 at tier 10. The M48 obviously enjoys better turret armour, better penetration with its standard APCR ammunition. But in a lot of other ways, the M46 is a superior tank. It's certainly got the edge in mobility. It's a lighter tank with a more powerful engine, enjoys a much better power-to-weight ratio. But that soft turret, which only has 101mm of armour, is definitely a big drawback compared to the M48 at tier 10. Especially in a situation like this, where the M46 can expect to eat a lot more shots than an M48 would in the same position. So yes, there are undeniable differences between this battle and yesterday's battle. But those differences aren't really that important, not in the context of what it is that we're going to be looking at. This is a very dangerous position for an M46. I mean, he's fighting the corner there, but it's the tanks that are crossing the gap over to the left that are the biggest threat. Yeah, you really don't want to get hit by a T-34. And that is a great firing spot for a T-34. Well, it would be if you didn't have to worry about artillery. Well, that was a very good shot from Cream-Filled Banana. Went for the commander's hatch and hit it, but didn't penetrate. If it wasn't for the fact that he was getting hit by artillery, which kind of encouraged him to move, the T-34 could have had a field day, hull down, with a basically impenetrable turret front, and created all kinds of problems for these two mediums. Wow, would you look at that? It's true, artillery does prevent camping. And it's this comparatively soft turret that is going to prove to be Cream-Filled Banana's downfall, because things just got a lot more interesting over here, and I'm not talking about the IS-22, no, I mean the T-95. Yeah, and it's not just the T-95 either. There's suddenly a lot more tanks over there, most of them fresh from the left-hand side of the rock over there, after getting fought to a standstill by the heavies and tank destroyers on Cream-Filled Banana's team, and figuring that they'd far rather take their chances against a pair of mediums instead. And much like in yesterday's battle, when going back to reset the cap in the first couple of minutes left Kev reduced to half health, except it's worse, because after taking those hits from all of those enemy heavies and tank destroyers, in combination with this little love tap from the Fun Police, Cream-Filled Banana is now down to around about a fifth of his starting health, just a couple of minutes after the battle began. And is very wisely deciding, since a single hit from any of the enemy tanks up there, with the exception of the standard B, is going to be capable of killing him, maybe it's time to fall back and provide some second line support instead of continuing to go toe-to-toe against a whole bunch of tanks that his turret is providing absolutely no protection against. So some similarities between yesterday's battle and today's battle, obviously some differences as well, and one of those differences, a very important difference, is the amount of gold ammunition carried. Yesterday, Kev only carried and used 5 rounds of high explosive anti-tank. Today, Creamfield Banana started the battle with 12 rounds of APCR. Nice finishing shot there for his first kill on the Standard B, who was almost certainly not expecting to see Creamfield Banana again. Well, technically he didn't see Creamfield Banana, he never saw the tank that killed him. The outcome of this game is still very much up for grabs. The teams have now equalised the kills. And looking at the map, there doesn't really seem to be anywhere where either team are gaining much of an upper hand. So Creamfield Banana has got to try to figure out where he can be useful, because he is still a top tier tank. The only problem is over there, it's populated almost exclusively by enemy tanks that can kill him in one shot. So it's important that he stays alive, but it's also important that he puts his gun to work, because if he's not shooting and he's not doing damage and he's not killing tanks, he's no use to his team. And the enemy team are starting to gain the upper hand. And it looks like they're gaining the upper hand in the exact position where Creamfield Banana really doesn't want to go. Right back up there in the northwestern corner, where he retreated from. Artillery is firing in support. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. That was useful. The scores are once again even. 5 kills per team. And it looks like they have managed to hold on up here, although they've taken some losses. And they are continuing to take losses. The enemy team just keeps holding on to that 1 kill advantage, and now it's a 2 kill advantage. The M46 definitely has better mobility and a better top speed than the M48, but it is by no means a fast tank, and I'm sure Creamfield Banana is wishing it was just a little bit faster right now. Although going up a hill like this, its superior power to weight ratio is definitely going to be useful. Nothing over there. They've just lost another tank. The enemy team now have a 3 kill advantage. Okay, here's a mystery for you. Take a look at the minimap. According to the map, the only 2 surviving enemy tanks up here were the Object 257 and the T95. Now, I don't know exactly how long it's been since the Object 257 was last seen, but you can see that the IS-6 is charging off to the east, presumably in an effort to track him down and finish him off. And he's managed to find himself a T20. So, lining up the shot. Nice! Another kill. Scorpion G and T28 HTC both just popped up. Still no sign of the Object 257, which is a bit of a mystery, but it's nothing compared to the mystery of where the hell did the T95 go. How do you hide a Doom Turtle up here? It's not fast enough to have managed to run away anywhere. Oh, the IS-6 got his wish. He found the Object 257 and is probably wishing he hadn't. If there's a tank in the game that's been power creeped by the 257 more than the IS-6, I don't know what it is. Now the 257 might be thinking, well, that's dealt with my pursuers, now I can double back and finish the job that we started earlier. But he reckoned without Creamfield Banana, who unfortunately didn't do any damage, but he did blow his tracks off. But here's the thing, and I suspect it was what was probably foremost in Creamfield Banana's mind, as you can see when he's panning the camera around to check behind him, just in case, because there's still the mystery of the missing T95. I mean, Object 257 probably going to be coming around that corner very soon, but... and there he is. Hey! Another kill, but where did the T95 go? Because he can't have gone far, he's a T95. Holy shit. How the hell? Well, we were right, he didn't go far, but all this time, what's he been doing? Answers on a postcard to the usual address. Now the thing is, both of these guys are one-shot kills to each other, but, well, first you have to find somewhere on the Doom Turtle's armor where you can penetrate, and the Doom Turtle can penetrate an M46 anywhere it wants. Now you might be thinking, why doesn't he just go around behind him instead of bugging out, and leaving him to the T28 HTC, and hopefully friendly artillery? But there's a T28 HTC and Scorpion G on the enemy team, who would have shots in his arse if he was to do that. And... plot twist, how the hell did an S1 get there undetected? Shot goes into the tracks. He can easily penetrate an S1 with 105mm gun, and Nice. There's a whole bunch of tanks about to die in very short order. The enemy Scorpion G, who just got spotted down there, took out the T-28 HTC and was taken out in turn by the friendly Scorpion G. Did you see the massive hit that the friendly S-51 artillery just took from enemy artillery and then finished off by the other enemy artillery? So once again, the teams equalise the scores and the enemy team just keeps pulling ahead by one. At this point, you might have noticed that Creamfield Banana has already fired more gold ammunition than Kev did yesterday. And he still has 6 shots left. Banana here, cowering in the bushes and nervously checking for the approach of that Doom Turtle. That 1 kill lead that the enemy team are currently enjoying is, well, it's not good, obviously, but it's not quite as bad as you might expect. Because one of the tanks remaining on the enemy team is the premium Tier 7 captured King Tiger in American colours. And I'm not pointing this out as a way of saying he's a burden to the enemy team because it's a bad tank. It's not a great tank, but it's certainly not bad. Now I'm pointing this out because nobody's seen him. It's a King Tiger. It's not the most subtle of machines, but he hasn't been spotted once. So he's either camping at the back of the map like a hardcore IS player on Malinovka, or he's AFK. And if he's AFK, the enemy team don't actually have a 1 kill lead. Oh, there's the Doom Turtle. Oh, he's seen you, he's seen you, yes. Oh, that was a bit of a brown alert moment. Luckily artillery was paying attention. Yeah. I love the Doom Turtle because it's one of those machines like the KV-2 that just inspires fear and terror whenever you see it pointing its gun at you. He's still up there though. Artillery hit him, didn't finish him off. Might be able to with one more hit. The Scorpion G, who probably isn't feeling too confident about his chances, does have an extremely good 128mm gun and probably, from the front, has the best chance of taking out the T-95, but somebody's going to have to spot him. And there's the T-28 HTC, and he's on full health. So, how brave are you feeling here, Banana? He's moving up, he's trying to spot. And then, plot twist. Yeah, he's right there. This is the world's sneakiest Doom Turtle. Not quite sure what Banana was doing there. That's a waste of an extremely expensive premium round. Artillery did fire, did hit him, didn't take him out, but the Doom Turtle did just fire. The Scorpion G is rushing in, going to try to take him out while he's on the reload, and he gets him. Now both of these tanks are on extremely low health, and there are still 2 artillery on the enemy team. So they have to keep moving. The Scorpion G, tucked in nicely behind the rocks there. Oh shit, there's the... No. And I think Creamfield Banana has just gone through a year's supply of underpants in this battle alone. Scorpion G playing a very dangerous game there. But he's close enough to the edge of the rocks that he would be proximity spotting the T-28 HTC if he was still there, which means that he isn't, and Creamfield Banana is free to make a run for it. No sign of the HTC through that gap. No sign of him through that gap. Where the hell did he go? What is it with these stealth, heavily armoured, extremely slow, and not very stealthy tank destroyers in this battle? There are only 3 of them left at this point, by the way. They've lost the IS. Oh, there he is. Does the Scorpion G have a shot? I don't think he does. There's only 2 minutes left. Scorpion G just got splashed by artillery. Nice shot. Not enough to kill him. Oh, the Scorpion G has to be sweating bullets right now. But he's okay. As long as he can avoid getting hit by artillery again, we should be all good. Speaking of which, Creamfield Banana hugging the fortress wall there to ensure that he doesn't fall victim to artillery. Some lovely teamwork there, by the way, between Creamfield Banana in the M46 and the Scorpion G. But there is now less than 2 minutes of the game left. In fact, there's almost just 1 minute of the game left. and there are still 3 enemy tanks to kill, 2 artillery, and the as yet unspotted captured King Tiger, who absolutely has to be AFK at this point. That's good news and bad news, because while if he is AFK he's not going to be shooting back, he can still spot, and he still needs to be killed, and they only have a minute in which to do it. So they're going to be cutting this extremely close. High explosive loaded because the artillery are going to be shooting back. The captured King Tiger probably isn't. There's one. There's the captured King Tiger. Scorpion G shooting at him. There goes the M12. Oh shit! Yet another brown alert moment. But the GW Panther fluffed the shot, and that gap in the rocks just wasn't big enough to hide him. And between the two of them, they just got enough time to finish off the enemy Tier 7 Premium. And Creamfilled Donut claims the kill with his 12th and final round of gold ammunition. So, a couple of things to take away from that battle result. First of all, congratulations, well done and well played to Creamfilled Banana. A much better result than in yesterday's game, with much more rewards, much more damage done, much more kills, and a lot more credits earned. But he also fired a lot more gold ammunition. In yesterday's match, Kev fired 23 shots, but only 5 of them were gold, because he only had 5 rounds of gold. In today's match, Creamfilled Banana fired 24 shots, almost exactly the same number of shots fired in total, but 50% of those shots were gold. In yesterday's match, in the M48 pattern at Tier 10, Kev ended up owing World of Tanks nearly 8,000 credits after all of the costs had been calculated. Today, in the Tier 9 M46 pattern, Creamfilled Banana made a profit of 53,000 credits with the premium account, but it's not the profit that we're really looking at here. I mean, he did a lot more damage, he earned a lot more credits in the first place, so it's not surprising that he made a profit. It's also worth pointing out though that even though he did do better, 50,000 of the credits that he earned at the end of this battle were in the form of a reward for completing a mission. And without that mission completion, he would only have made a profit of 3,000 credits, but he still would have made a profit. What we're looking at here is the actual ammunition resupply costs. Because despite firing 140% more rounds of gold ammunition, because he's Tier 9 and not Tier 10, that actually only cost him less than 50% more. For firing more than twice as much ammunition of the same caliber as the M48 at Tier 10. So what you saying, Jingles? Well, I guess I'm saying if you want to make a profit playing World of Tanks, don't play Tier 10, and definitely don't fire gold ammunition. It's no big secret that World of Tanks wants you to play lots and lots and lots of Tier 8s. That's why there's such a proliferation of Tier 8 premium tanks that are very, very good moneymakers. But they want you to play those tanks, and they encourage you to play those tanks because of their money-making potential, because Tier 8s are cannon fodder for the Tier 10s. And the only way they can keep the Tier 10s playing is to make them feel good about themselves by slaughtering all of the lower tier tanks while they're busy hemorrhaging money out of their arseholes for the privilege of doing so. If you want to ruffle stomp for lower tiers and not have to sell a kidney in order to avoid going bankrupt while doing so, Tier 9 is definitely where it's at. So I guess I'd like to thank Kev from yesterday and Creamfilled Banana from today for not only providing 2 entertaining and exciting battles for you guys to watch, but hopefully also providing a bit of educational material for me to pontificate about in a YouTube video. Well, that was a good word, wasn't it? Go and look that one up. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you maybe learned something. And as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.